sometimes you have to make sacrifices. So just because we have 20 people who have their shops there doesn't mean that the country is not going to progress, because that is what you use to feed your children. No, mommy, it doesn't work like that. The country has to progress. Because when things get better for us, that means your children are also going to get better opportunities. You yourself, you're going to get better opportunities. Maybe at the beginning, you might not see the benefits, but in the long run, you're going to benefit from it. So a video was posted on X by the State News, and I'm going to read it and we're going to have a little conversation about it. This is what was posted. Do you want me to go and steal to feed my children? We will vote against you just as we voted against the NPP. A trader broke down in tears during the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly eviction exercise at Santasi Roundabout as authorities cleared the area for a road expansion project. Mommy, like, I understand you, okay? Let me just say that way. Like, I understand you. I understand that this is what you do for a living. I understand that, that is your only form to make some money, to take care of yourself and to take care of your children. But if we say, just because it is your means of finance, we won't progress the country, or we won't progress what is best for the citizens and the country of Ghana. Mommy, that means Ghana is not going to go anywhere. That means you're going to do this job, you're going to grow old, you're going to pass on, and your children will also be facing the same issues and things that are going on in Ghana currently. It means that we will not progress in life. I understand your pain. I understand that, it's not easy to have a business and then for you to be evicted and all that. I get it. I get it. And I'm assuming you were given some time. I'm assuming you were told of this eviction. You were told to, find places, to find other means to work around what is going on. Because first of all, some of the places that you people place your shops and all that, sometimes it shouldn't even be there in the first place. I understand that most of the time, it's the issue of the authorities that allow these things to go on for so long. We allow things to go on for so long. But when it comes to the improvement of the country, we are going to put it above the need of just one person. No, we can't say that just because it is what you do to feed your child in Tennessee and I say no. No, that's not how it works, mommy. Like, I understand you and I feel very sorry, but that is not how it works. I sympathize with you, seriously, like I sympathize with you. But you should find other means and ways to go about it. You can't say, do you want me to go and steal? Do you want me to? No. Nobody is expecting you to go and steal. But then you can't expect the country to stay stagnant. You can't expect the country to not do something for the citizens or to expand the country's, what's it called, road systems and all that. Ghana is slowly growing. And it has to start with making things sometimes uncomfortable for some people. Sometimes without being uncomfortable, you can never grow. If you want to get stronger, that means that you are going to have to do more reps. That means if you are doing 10, the next day you're going to try and have to do 15. If you want to have a better resistance, that means you're going to have to do more laps or run more kilometers. So for there to be growth, there has to be uncomfortability. You can't be comfortable and grow. That will never happen. Even in the Bible, when you talk about like Joseph and all that, he had to be uncomfortable. Sometimes you have to go through uncomfortability for you to come out with comfort. Sometimes before you can invest, that means the money that you have for the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you're going to have to invest it and then eat Gary soakings before you can progress in life. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. So just because we have 20 people who have their shops there doesn't mean that the country is not going to progress, because that is what you use to feed your children. No, mommy, it doesn't work like that. The country has to progress. Because when things get better for us, that means your children are also going to get better opportunities. You yourself, you're going to get better opportunities. Maybe from at the beginning, you might not see the benefits, but in the long run, you're going to benefit from it. You're going to benefit hugely from it. And also, if you were told you knew about this eviction and then you are now coming here to come and cry, that is the thing with Ghanaians. When authorities tell us something, we want to wait. Me, myself included, that's how I am. Sometimes it will be something I have to do. Have a timeline. I'll wait last minute, then I'll wait, and then you start crying. You are crying here. No. Crying will not solve any issues. The country must progress. And it's not like that. Is it they're taking it to give it to rich people, and we're going to vote against what's it called? They're going to vote against, like we voted against the NPP. If you want to vote against NPP, vote against them. The people that will benefit from the things that we are doing now will vote for them. If Biden NPP has better options for you, has better for us, and I'm going to vote for them, I will vote for them because of what they are bringing. And if they are doing something now that is going to benefit us in the long run, I should also accept it. I'm not saying it is easy to accept it. It is always, hard for you to be uncomfortable before, you get to the comfortable stage. So I get why you are crying. I get why you are saying that this is your means of finance and all that. I get it, mommy. I really get it. But we should be conscious that the country is growing. And we can't allow just the comfort of a few people to affect the whole nation. We won't allow the comfort of just one person to affect the whole nation. Mommy, you can cry. If you want to go to authorities to find means and way they can help you, please do that. But the crying is not going to tell people to, it's not going to tell the government to stop. And the government should not even stop based on that. People build houses in places that they are not supposed to build, and it's as a fault of the authorities. I am hoping that in those cases, they can give them some money to compensate for their buildings being torn down because authorities gave them the documents to build there. In those cases, like that is what should be done. But when they find out that where you've built is strong and they bring your house down, it is not because you have spent your money there. That means that in the future, people should lose their houses due to flooding. And so they should just allow you to be there because you've built your house there. No. Sometimes you have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice something. And if you want to be a leader, if you want a country to progress, and if you want personally even to progress, as I said, you have to go through some challenges, some pains, some bro. Mommy, so this one there, me no like I completely don't agree with what you're saying. I don't agree with what you're saying. Let's read what some people said under the comment section. Someone said, stop promoting this emotional blackmails when we try to develop this country. Exactly. That is my exact point. When we try to develop the country and when we try to make the country better, people want their own comfortability to oversee or to supersede the comfort of the country or the progress of the country. If we want Ghana to grow, we can't use, because I work here, that is my only means. The emotional blackmail, I think it is something that is inscribed in our DNA. When it comes to Ghanaians, it is inscribed in our DNA. Ghanaians and Africans, they will call a minister to parliament to ask him something, and then he will collapse. Intentionally, like the emotional blackmail that is inscribed in our DNA is crazy. You invite a minister to come to the parliament to come and talk about something, to make account for something, and then they come and then they are crying. The emotional blackmail, and then we have allowed ourselves to be deceived by tears every single time. We are soon, and papa, and president, and mebano, and I say, and then every time they be soon. Everybody is crying in this country, and once you cry, the people be like, oh no, let's just forgive them. Chelsea FC News Hub said, I don't blame them. I blame the parties in Ghana and especially the assemblies. The assemblies don't do their work. They allow these people to take over the streets looking on without actions. They are a bunch of ignorant fools. This one I can't read it. Mr. IKM5 said, "See his ignorance. This is why poverty persists. Some people reject help even when it is meant to benefit them. They struggle to follow simple instructions and fail to see the bigger picture. The road expansion is for the benefit of Ghana, not for any individual or family. They do not own all the land in Kumasi, and besides, Otumfo has already arranged another place for them. Yet, cause of ignorance, look at their reaction when some irresponsible journalists come along and amplify it. Ghana will never develop like other modern cities if we continue with this attitude. Shame on her. Perhaps she has not traveled enough to see what proper development looks like and what is truly good for the nation." This is like my point, that has been summarized. For there to be growth, there must be uncomfortability. For there to be growth, there must be uncomfortability. For the country to progress, that means we have to sacrifice the happiness of a few market sellers, a few hawkers, so that the country can progress. We can't use emotional blackmail all the time to affect the progress of Ghana. The emotional blackmail has gotten to a point where it needs to stop. The ignorance has gotten to a point where it has to stop. According to what I read, someone said that the Otumfo has even arranged for a new place for them to go. But maybe this lady has not even followed up on that. And then you have come here to come and cry. Crying will not solve the issue. As a mother, you have to live an exemplary life so that your child or your children that you are working so hard to take care of can also come and become great citizens. People that obey the law and follow the instructions that have been given to them so that they don't end up like in your case. The ignorance is too much, mommy. But yes, let me know what you think in the comment section. If you think the expansion should be delayed or should be forgotten about because of this woman's cries and because it is her only source of income, let me know in the comment section. Also consider following us on X, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and on other social media platforms. Subscribe to our channel for us so that you're notified whenever we upload a new video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.